Oh my God. Oh my God. You have been waiting for this moment for a long time. My gorgeous Virgolini, you have been through so much, especially when it comes to the last couple of years, and especially when it comes to things that have started to take over quite a lot in your life, especially when it comes to the actual August and September 2021. The actual August and September 2021, there were certain things that unfolded in your life in a very specific and a very negative way, and this actually caused a very heavy and very dark and very negative blockage. I spoke about it before because you have been kind of affected by it, since then. That in itself affected your way of thinking, that in itself affected your way of planning, and that in itself required from you to really put your foot down, put your points across in order to prevent maybe one person or a few different people to try to take an advantage of you, of your beauty, of your good energy, of your own positivity. It was you were sharing a path with somebody who was a pretty much so they were making themselves to be in a certain way, really nicey, pretty, this and that. But then again, there was something not quite right about that person, and there was not something quite right about this group of people if you were dealing with a group of people in general. However, this has affected you so much in terms of oh my God, your energy, negativity, pretty much so. This is to do with the part of your life that just made you feel really negative, and that negativity was very heavy, and it was almost impossible for you to be kind of optimistic and really happy about yourself, but in particular when it comes to your future and when it comes to your future planning, because this caused a blockage. This has put you in the stationary position, and you've been in a stationary position for a while, and now you're gonna come out of it because this is important. I'm not saying that you were in a stationary position, that you didn't do anything. No, baby, no. I'm just saying that your life didn't flow like you wanted it to flow, and because there was this problem that you had to deal with. What is really remarkable, and this is mind-blowing, my gorgeous Virgolinis, this is mind-blowing, because May 2022, this month, it's about to change your life. You must understand that something, there is such a mind-blowing message that you're going to have, and the mind-blowing message that you're going to have within the first 7 days in May is going to change absolutely everything. You're really going to be surprised so much, because you're almost going to be facing the situation where you're going to have to talk to someone to discuss some kind of problem, to discuss some kind of issue, very heavy and negative issue. And then when you start talking about it, then this other person who you're going to talk about, you're going to find this mind-blowing. They're going to surprise you what they're going to tell you, almost as if you're going to be ready to jump and argue, to put your point across, which is fine because it's to do with a very nasty situation. But then again, you're going to realize that this problem was already resolved. This problem was already resolved in your favor. And this is probably going to be the biggest moment of 2022, my gorgeous Virgolinis. So this is what I'm talking about, which means that you must most certainly do as much as you can throughout the months of May. Make yourself available in every single part of your life that means to you so much. Make yourself available with every single situation that is really requiring from you to be available. And also, you know what? When it comes to a certain things on the outside that are gonna kind of step in every now and then, this heavy negative energy, devilish energy from the outside will kind of make you think, oh no, it's not the right time, or you shouldn't be doing this, you shouldn't be doing that. No, baby, no. Do not let your energy to be taken away ever again. This is very important indeed, because what is actually going to unfold throughout the months of May is going to change your life. Make the most of it, my gorgeous Virgolinis. What you have been waiting for, it's about to manifest. What you have been waiting for, it's about to happen. It means that the path, it's about to be revealed. The path that you wanted to be on for a long time, you know, but it just got stuck in the process. So this, my gorgeous Virgos, is what I want you to know, what I need you to understand. Be as open-minded as you can, but also throw yourself into all sorts of opportunities that you possibly can throughout this month of May 2022. My name is Sasha Bonasin, and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Virgolini, and it's for May 2022. So this monthly horoscope tarot card forecast, it's for you, my gorgeous Virgolini, and it's for May 2022. It's like mind-blowing months. I cannot stress enough, you have been through like really a lot. You've been worrying so much, and it can all boil down to one specific thing that you have been worrying about so much. But especially from at around August and September 2022 in particular, this has affected your life so badly, and now this is coming to an end. Your number is number 10. Number 10, it's also bringing you a moment that is gonna be completely mind-blowing, a very surprising situation. And it's not situation that I've just mentioned, but specifically when it comes to the actual 17th, 18th, 19th and 20th of May, right until the end of that month, there is a very unexpected situation going to happen. When that unexpected situation happens, you're going to be in the place surrounded by the people that you did not plan. This is going to come completely unplanned. This is going to happen completely unplanned. You're going to be facing the situation that you're going to find really mind-blowing, but in the best possible way, because that in itself is going to make you aware, like, oh my God, that you are approaching the end of like another problem, and this is what this unexpected event, unexpected situation is going to make you aware. You are going to face the end of another problem, and that in itself, it's pretty much so to do with the certain decisions that you are going to be able to make after this moment in time. And these decisions are in particular especially going to be important on the 30th and the 31st of May, where you're going to be facing three different paths ahead. And you know what? Because of all these things that will happen, all these things that are going to unfold, all these things that are going to manifest, it's all preparing you for this last couple of days in May, where you're going to be facing three different options, three different paths, three different opportunities, and all three of them is as important for you to take on, no matter what. Even if you think, oh my God, it's going to be too much and this and that. No, baby, no. Now, this is going to help you, to face this situation from a completely different angle. So it's all about the culmination process, the healing process that is going to start then and there, but at the same time, it's just all about the conclusion, the conclusion that is going to start the process of the self-illumination, but at the same time, it's just pretty much so to do with the actual self-denial, my gorgeous Virgolini, something that you're in self-denial, and it's to do with your lifestyle, something that you're in self-denial, and it's to do with like a really big, massive change that you want to do, change that you want to make, and this is going to be huge, and this change is pretty much so going to be reflected on the actual this change is going to be reflected, on the actual, basically, moment, I've got my moments, 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 moments, and while I'm singing, I'm thinking, what am I going to say? My gorgeous Virgolinis, this is so important, because let me tell you that you basically, it is just all about, you realizing, about a certain self-denial. And the self-denial, it's about your immediate environment. Self-denial, it's about your like a lifestyle. Self-denial is about you realizing that you want to change your life like full on. You want to change your life completely. You want to change your life enormously. And this is going to be very strongly connected to your actual immediate environment, but it's also going to be strongly connected to the actual, to the immediate environment, but also like, the complete, massive, enormous, giant lifestyle change. But it's to do very much so with like where you are, how you live your life. Suddenly you're gonna feel like, I've been in self-denial for so long. Now it's time to come out. Now it's time to come out of my cocoon. Now it's time to come out of this spiritual bubble and just do what I want to do. Make the change that I want to make. Start making the certain changes. This vibration is going to be perfect to actually go along this wonderful process, my gorgeous Virgolini. So this is very important indeed. And it's just all about, you need to remember to trust yourself, because this is going to lead towards you wanting to check with Mary, wanting to check with John, wanting to check with Mark, wanting to check with Matthew, wanting to check with Paul, but it's like, my point is that you're going to feel like you want to share a specific situation with certain people. No, baby, no. This needs to come from you. It needs to come from you. The planning needs to come from you. The next step needs to come from you. Surprise people in your life in the best possible way. Show them how powerful you are. Show them how unique you are. Surprise them with an amazing outcome that you are going to do, and you are going to create with your own energy, just by focusing on you wanting to change your life so much. You're also going to start the process of manifestation then and there, and that in itself is going to bring you all sorts of ideas, so it's not only about this harmonious energy which is going to bring you trust, my gorgeous Virgolinis, but it's at the same time about the security, a personal security when it comes to your finances, and that in itself is going to get you thinking. And there is going to be very powerful moment of you feeling like really nostalgic, feeling very nostalgic. And when you start feeling nostalgic at around the mid-May, it's very important to pay attention to why exactly you're feeling nostalgic and what specific parts of your life you're focusing on at the same time, because the people that you are going to have on your mind when you become nostalgic, they are also going to be very strongly connected to your spiritual path, because those same people are playing an important role in your life now, but they're going to be playing an important role later on, because one of them is going to tell you something very specific that is going to be really mind-blowing, but it's going to at least guide you towards the very, very specific opportunity that you wouldn't normally become aware of. And this is what it happens when it comes to people in our lives that are so important to us. So just remember, when you feel nostalgic, my gorgeous Virgolinis, there is a lot going to be answered to you. Pay attention to also what exactly you're thinking about, because there is an element of you that you need to bring back, something that you're not doing but you should be doing, something that you're not expressing yourself like with but you should be. Maybe it's to do with painting, maybe it's to do with drawing, maybe it's to do with dancing, like whatever this is, you need to bring this back into this moment in time, because it's an integral part of your spiritual journey. Sometimes we leave certain things behind, but sometimes these certain things are very strong part of our call now, because it's going to be missing in our lives, and until we establish what this is. It's to do with like your own very special creativity, the way you like to kind of express yourself, the way you love doing things and things like that, my gorgeous Virgolinis, indeed. So just remember, reflections from the past is going to bring you an important insight, and that in itself is really going to make you aware of the future opportunities ahead. You're going to become aware of like a very interesting events after that moment in time. and also very important plans that are going to be very successful later on. It's all going to boil down, my gorgeous Virgolinis, towards you becoming aware of the new invitation and opportunity. But the problem with this invitation and opportunity is going to be like, oh my God, it's not that easy, it's not that simple, it's kind of something it's going to be very difficult about here. But then it's going to be even more delicious. This energy is going to be very delicious when it comes to your own advancement. So this is going to become just attractive in itself, that it's going to become so attractive that you're not going to be able to ignore. So it's all about, finding like a pretty much so a challenging situation here. The challenge is going to arise. So it's not only about you becoming aware of an opportunity here, but then at the same time, it's going to be connected to a quite, sticky little challenge, and that in itself is going to get you thinking. But then again, somebody very understanding in your life, somebody very beautiful in your life, somebody very gentle in your life, somebody who has got an intelligence, spirituality, somebody very spiritually and intelligent, but somebody who's intelligent in so many different ways as well, somebody very powerful indeed, but also very gentle person, very interested person, a person who's very interested in others as well, and person who's very unique, and person who's very different. That person is going to be playing an important role when it comes to this obstacle that you're going to be facing, because that person, it is an advice that you are going to get, very, very interesting advice, how to actually deal with that challenging situation that I'm talking about. So that little sticky situation is going to unstuck itself beautifully, my gorgeous Virgolinis, because it's also going to be like the moment of like, you're going to be like looking at someone or looking at a certain group of people on the outside, and you will be kind of realizing some kind of like a very unusual and very strange situation, something that something is just not going to be right, and that is going to make you like kind of a little bit unhappy, because you will be facing the certain people and you will understand something that they don't understand, and that in itself is just going to make you realize how powerful you are, how clever you are, how intelligent you are, and how spiritually intelligent you are to actually be where you are right now in your life and having the understanding that you have. But you're still going to need to face the situation, but that situation is just really going to be the cherry on top, when it comes to you, that is going to remind you of your own unhappiness. And that is the cherry on top that I'm talking about. It's going to remind you of your own unhappiness. So this is only going to be beneficial for you. And that in itself, it's only going to even more going to give you energy and vava-voomish feeling, to go further in your life, my gorgeous Virgolinis, to do what you want to do. But also you need to know that what's happening right now, it is going to bring one of the greatest accomplishments of your life. You're going to start something mind-blowing here. Virgolini, you have to understand this. You're going to start something mind-blowing this month. This is going to change your life, but this is only the beginning. Like May, June, and July are going to be super big mamas. May, June, July, and August are going to be super big mamas. When it comes to you being very, very busy, there are so many things that are going to be completely different in your life over these few months only. But let alone the fact that, within the next 9 months after May, you are probably going to have one of the greatest accomplishments of your life. It's to do with you allowing yourself to be yourself. It's you allowing your life to be the way you want to be life to be. It's to do with yourself allowing yourself to be unusual and quirky. There's an element of unusualness and quirkiness in this as well. It's you creating something so kind of unusual, but this means to you so much, and you want your life to be like this, and this is exactly what you need to do, because that it's going to boil down towards you making one of the most important decisions of your life. This is to do with your improvement, it's to do with your development, it's to do with you being yourself, it's to do with you realizing also, the time is so important on this earth. The time is flying like a big mama. The time is flying like a big mama. So this is an important to understand that I've said this so many times. We are 10, we are 20, we are 30, we are 40, we are 50, we are 60. We are still the same consciousness. We are 70, we are 80, we are 90, we are 100, if you're lucky enough to live that way until 100, But it's just why am I trying to say that life goes like this really quickly. So it's something is really going to shake you up. And this is an absolutely fantastic energy, because it's going to It's going to sharpen you up at the time when you need to be sharp. And when you're sharp to this level, nothing is going to stop you, my gorgeous Virgolinis. I'm so happy for you because you have been through so much. Maybe you didn't even realize how much something was holding you down. Now this is about to shift, and it's about to change your life. Okay, so this is important because it's to do with an improvement, it's to do with development, the promotion of your life, but also an important outcome of the past effort. It's also gonna, on one hand, it's gonna happen at the time, at around the 22nd of May, you're gonna become aware of the outcome of the past effort, and this is gonna start the process of your own rebirth, because at this moment in time, there is a very interesting information that you're going to have as well. On one hand, what you're gonna do next through your own efforts, but then on another hand, you will know what to do next, to be more successful in your life, of course. But then on another hand, you are going to become aware of like a bit of an unknown danger here as well. And that in itself is going to happen at absolutely the right time, my gorgeous Virgolini, as well, because that is going to play a huge role when it comes to you having such a great determination, initiative, strength, power, success, deep emotional feeling. It's going to put you on the path where you will want more out of life. You're going to find yourself on the spiritual quest, and that in itself is going to be absolutely evident, super evident over the last 11 days in May 2022. And the fact that you're going to be on the spiritual quest, it's just like basically, it's also going to be contributing towards your own energy, towards your own optimism. It's going to help you to keep going, even further, but it's also going to help you to stay focused, to stay grounded in the best possible way by following your intuition, doing things that you want to do, doing things that you love, living your life the way you want to live your life, even if it's weird to him, to her, and to them. It doesn't really matter. It's time to step through. It's time to step forward, and also at the same time, you will just become aware of the fact that the certain excessive pressures are also going to be resolved as well by you just following this particular goal, and at the same time staying true to yourself, standing up for what you believe, my gorgeous Virgolini, in your own way, not by arguing with people, not by fighting with people, by living your life the way you want to live your life. That's what I mean. Okay, so it's all about standing up for what you believe, for your standing up for yourself and your beliefs, but in a way where you don't go out and, I believe this, I believe that, blah, blah, blah. No, baby, no. But with your actions, I cannot stress enough how important it is to try to make every single decision this month through yourself, by yourself. I'm not saying that someone else is making decisions for you. No, baby, no. But this is something that it's needed for your personal growth. This is something that you need for your personal growth, because sometimes we get amazing advice from other people, but then sometimes they can mess up our personal situation because we see and we live our lives through the other person's eyes that we really like and we really appreciate, but then the certain responses needs to come from us, and otherwise we are not going to explore our journey in the way we should. We are not going to progress the way we should progress. So this is what I'm talking about, because there is a lot that it's actually going to happen here through you. Just you, like certain things that you've made, certain decisions that you've made, you will be able to connect the dots here. Do you know what I mean? It wouldn't unfold in the way it unfolded right now, because that massive problem that I started this reading with, that just kind of created so much negativity, it's also going to be resolved through you, through your actions, through things that you did in your own way, without asking other people and letting your energy to be taken away from you. Okay, so it's not necessarily horrible and negative to check with your best friend or to ask your best friend or somebody great in your life for an advice, but it's about trusting yourself and understanding your own power comes from within. Now it's time for you to step forward, but everything needs to come 1,000,000% from you. No matter how weird things you feel, no matter how how unusual you may feel, or what are you working or what you're trying to achieve, everything needs to come from you. It's very important indeed. When it comes to your actual health, my gorgeous Virgolinis, this is very important to say that you're also going to have the negativity when it comes to your lower back problem, lower back pain, and the top back pain as well. So just try to make sure that you are kind of like a sitting in the correct way. Try to make sure that you are sitting straight, and you will see it's almost immediately going to reflect on your own personal balance in terms of energy. You will be able to feel so much better because your vibration is much higher if you are sitting correctly instead of like being like this. And also because I see a little bit of negativity here on top of your on top of your back as well, but it's also in between your neck. So like when you're like kind of maybe when you're kind of like checking your like a smartphone or something, like then you're just like try to kind of make sure, instead of like being like this, like everyone is like this, it's scary, isn't it? It's like this, everyone is like this, so scary, seriously, so scary. So just try to like kind of like make sure that you're sitting straight, so that it doesn't cause the certain blockage, because the more you're like this, the more blockage you get here, and the energy doesn't flow as freely. So you need to allow this energy to flow freely, and in order to allow this energy to flow freely, it's more important than you can possibly imagine. In order to allow this energy to flow freely, you just need to kind of always keep on reminding yourself throughout the actual month of May to like keep on standing straight like this. And also you're gonna find it very beneficial to kind of like your body is gonna communicate to you quite a lot. So suddenly you're gonna feel bursts of like, oh, maybe I should drink a little bit of more water, maybe I should eat more tomatoes, you know, type of thing. So just always try to pay attention to like when you have a kind of unusual feeling to eat something, and you know that this is good for you, just try to kind of like really kind of go for it, because this is your body is going to be communicating to you quite a lot. So suddenly you're going to have a lot of urges. Oh, maybe I should have apples. Then that means that you're going to find the antioxidants quite beneficial and things like that. So your body is going to be kind of like really communicating you quite a lot. Maybe you're going to want tomatoes. You're going to feel suddenly tomatoes. Oh yeah, maybe you're missing in a vitamin C or lycopene, for example, which are within the tomatoes and things like that, you know. So these are the things that I would like to kind of mention to you, that you need to kind of pay attention to, because you're going to get quite a lot out of it. And what else I was going to say, it's important, my gorgeous Virgolini, is like when it comes to the month of May, also like what I said before, the sugar is a big mama. And I know I said this so many times, but the sugar is the cause of so much negativity when it comes to digestion. So I can see this blockage that can be caused with sugar, white sugar, brown sugar, green sugar, pink sugar, any sugar. It's all no, baby, no. So you just to remind you to like replace sugar with maybe organic maple syrup or organic honey, for example. And it is very important to drink as much water as you can, and also try to protect your energy. You're gonna feel as creative, like, oh my god, throughout the month of May, you're gonna feel the creativity that you didn't feel in an absolute ages. But it's also as important to take care of your own energy, protect your energy, you know, protect your creativity. So what you're gonna need to do is like every now and then, if you feel things are like, oh, get a little bit too much, you know, there's a lot gonna be going on. It's going to be brilliant, but at the same time, keep on rewarding yourself, keep on protecting your energy, keep on taking time out and try to reconnect with the nature, touch the ground a little bit, my gorgeous Virgolinis. There's so many different ways. You know, your spirit is going to be calling you, your soul is going to be calling you. You will know what you need to do. If you go into the forest and you know that there is a river and you feel, oh, I want to sit by the river, this is exactly what you should do. But all these things are going to be super beneficial when it comes to your own personal balance, okay? Very important when it comes to the month of May indeed. So now, my gorgeous Virgolini, I'm going to see what is going to be the first important date. But before I go there, I would really like to suggest you look at this gorgeous pendant. I mean, how beautiful, how gorgeous, how stunning this pendant is. This is again my brand new line, and it's Indonesian crazy lace agate. Look how beautiful this pendant is. Like, oh my god, I think the light is quite strong and it's very difficult to see how beautiful this is. Absolutely gorgeous. And it's also very, very powerful indeed. What Indonesian crazy lace agate is actually doing, it has got this power, it has got this ability to actually increase your vibration and energy in terms of the actual optimism. If you feel low, if you feel negative, if you feel down, if you feel like you don't want to talk but you have to talk, you know, if you're working on something really important and you're just not coming out of yourself, if you're doing something really important and you're surrounded by the people that are having such a negative impact and influence on you, and and they're affecting your way of thinking. And this happens quite a lot. We have got lots of energy vampires and things like that around, lots of negative people with a very heavy and very dark energy, and this does impact our lives. But then, you know, the life is very kind of complex in so many different ways. On one hand, these are part of our challenges, but on another hand, it's easy for me to say it's part of our challenge. For us is to make the most of it, you know, of these particular situations in our lives. But then again, there's certain people and entities and even negative situations that can be affecting us. So this is immediately going to boost your optimism. It immediately elevates your thoughts. It immediately opens you up. It immediately opens your third psychic eye. It opens your mind. It gets this energy going, and it's also at the same time, it just makes you feel really, really happy. And this energy and this happiness, you know, it starts opening up so much within us. And it's like with communication, you know, this is brilliant for the actual communication, to express yourself. But also when you wear this crystal, you kind of have this ability to actually get, you have this energy, this power to be noticed by the people that you want to be noticed by, whether this is something personal that you want to do, or whether this is something to do with a job, with the bright prospects, with the next step, with the promotion. There is so much that this wonderful crystal is actually going to bring into your life. So it's all about the actual, very much so for the encouragement, you know, this is for the encouragement, this is for the optimism, this is for the happiness. This is something that I would really like you to get and wear throughout May, June, July and August, every single time when you need that little bit of a magical boost that this is going to bring into your life. So it's not only gorgeous, but it's extremely powerful. So this comes with a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel, so thank you thank you very much for that. So now the very first date that I would like to recommend to you, it's going to be on the 1st of May. Now I really like the 1st of May because now this is like, you are actually going to see something here. What you're going to see on the 1st of May and what are you going to come across is going to give you a really interesting idea. It looks like that you're going to find yourself at the right moment, at the right time, as they say. By the same time, this is to do with a very kind of like the certain stage of your life is slowly coming to an end, you know. And when the certain stage of your life is slowly coming to an end, we are like showered by the possibilities that we normally wouldn't notice. I'm not saying that they weren't there, we never realized them, but now you will know the time is right. And this is how interesting things are actually going to unfold in your life. You will see something on the 1st of May, and it's going to give you such a powerful idea. What exactly do you need to do in order to get like a certain things going, you know, in order to make the certain progress, you know, with a part of your life that was very, very slow indeed. And this idea, it's going to be, it's gonna not only kind of gonna make you aware of like what exactly do you need to do in order to have a progress in your life, but it's going to provide you with the realization that now it's time to make an important decision here. It's to do with an advancement, but also it's going to be very interesting in between the 1st and the 11th of May, the very interesting message that you are going to get about your own accomplishment, something that you have been working on before. And this is going to surprise you. There is going to be an element of surprise because it's going to start going in a slightly different direction that you didn't think that this is going to be unfolding towards. And this is when things are going to become very interesting indeed, because that in itself, it's going to really kind of show a very strong path that you're going to feel very, very engaged with, but also very, very devoted to. You will know what this is because it will require from yourself to be yourself 1000%, but it's also, you will know what this is because every single time when you feel about, when you think about this, it gives you this pleasure in daily existence, you know, the pleasure that you haven't felt in a long time. So this is something that is going to give you control over a situation, strength and courage, you know. It's going to give you so much energy, determination, like, oh my God, it's all coming from confidence, you know, from your own accomplishment, but also most importantly, it's going to be, you're going to realize now, baby, it's time for action. I told you, you're going to be so busy throughout the month of May. There is so much that is going to be happening, but you also need to understand, that like what I said before, a lot needs to come from you. You have been prepared for this for a long time. So every single time when you think, oh yeah, shall I go and check with that person? No, baby, no. It needs to come from you. I know I said it before, but I'm saying this because it's important. Now, it's all about the confidence that you are going to have, but also, now it's to do with you realizing exactly that this is an important stage of your life when it comes to your own stability. It's to do with the vision. It's going to be connected to an absolutely mind-blowing vision that you are going to have in between the 1st and the 18th of May 2022. And that vision, it's also going to start the process of your own transition when it comes to change, when it comes to you realizing, oh my God, this is so important here. That vision is going to be absolutely everything, because it's all about you becoming very bored with things that you know that you have been bored for a long time, but now you're going to be bored even of that. So it's all about you moving on with your life, realizing exactly why you were bored, realizing exactly that you want more out of life, but also most importantly realizing what a sacrifice do you need to make in terms of the actual readjustment. You know that there will be readjustment, huge, massive, big banana readjustment, but that readjustment is going to come in form of the actual sacrifice. This in itself is already going to start the process of regeneration and rebirth. You will just not want your life to be how it was over the last 2 or 3 years. I'm not saying it was horrible and miserable, but you're just going to get a flavor and the taste of what is to come, and that is going to be absolutely everything in itself. Okay, so now the second date, my gorgeous Virgolini, it's going to be, and before I go there and look at this, the second pendant that I want to show you, this is another gorgeous baby. I'm definitely keeping one of these as well. This is leopardite. I mean, absolutely beautiful, and I think it's quite clear why it has such a beautiful name, leopardite. Absolutely gorgeous, and this crystal really helps you so much to come out of yourself. As soon as you put it on, you really become kind of like a very intuitive. As soon as you wear this, you kind of like really start seeing connection with things that you don't normally see connection with. And this is so important, because this type of situations at a certain time of our lives is like talking to us so much in a very unique and a very beautiful way. You notice signs much better, you notice the indications much better. It helps you to be honest with yourself almost immediately, but it also has got the power to really kind of like it gives you the power to make decisions with very indecisive and very kind of strange parts of your life that you're so worried to make a decision and things like that. So this normally kind of helps you, because you feel drawn towards making the best possible decision. So on one hand it makes you very happy, very psychic, but then on another hand it makes you like really it brings you that balance, and it just helps you to have that push in life, and every single time when you need to be quick, sharp, when you need to be very fast and respond really quickly to people and situations around us, leopardite is your crystal, most important indeed. And it's also encourages us so much to kind of see, when it's so much going on in our lives, then we don't notice really little and simple things, but the little simple things in life can be as important and as giant things in life. We need that for our balance. So it helps you to notice little things in life that you should be paying attention to. It helps you to notice like the things in life that can just bring so much change really quickly that you wouldn't normally notice. So this is absolutely brilliant. Leopardite is a must. This gorgeous pendant comes with sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well, so thank you very much for that. The second important date is going to be on the 17th of May. So you will be facing a very kind of like someone is going to ask you something here, and this what you're going to be asked, you're going to find it like very kind of unusual, but then at the same time your answer needs to also yet again comes from you, but it's to do with with you pretty much so being very responsible here. So like you will be asked something, but then on one hand, you know, you're going to feel, oh yeah, I want to do this. But then again, on another hand, you know, you just have to stay true to yourself here. And in itself, it's just kind of going to get you thinking, and you are going to kind of like become aware of a very kind of a person here. Someone's mask is going to be fallen as well through this situation. And when this mask is fallen, this is going to really also kind of be contributing towards you really wanting to change your life so much. So this in itself you're going to find quite beneficial. But then on another hand, the 17th of May, it's also going to really bring you the certain task. The task that you're going to become aware of on the 17th of May as well, it's important. Okay, so let me just like say this again. The 17th of May, it's going to show you the task. This task is important. This task is something you need to do. This task is something you need to complete. This task is a strong part of your spiritual journey. But at the same time, you know, the answer to this task is, you know, on one hand, you're going to realize through this task your own ability, your own powerful ability, you know. But at the same time, you need to understand when it comes to this task, you are going to have moments of thinking like, oh God, it's going to take ages. Oh no, this is going to take a long time. No, baby, no. It's going to happen much sooner, much quicker. What you need to remember is your own persistence. What you need to remember, it's your own organization skills are going to be very important. And what you also need to remember, to be patient and persistent, okay? Because there is so much that is actually going to come out of it. And you must not kind of force the situation to happen much quicker, much sooner. It's all about you just realizing and establishing what things do you need to kind of pay attention to in terms of the actual organization. There is someone also that is going to kind of like give you an idea here when it comes to you really like you're going to be starting, this is going to become your goal. But then again, someone is going to give you the certain idea. I'm not saying that this person is going to tell you what to do, but somebody who is very important to you, very close to you, like a best friend or family member, is going to give you a very interesting idea, and that idea is going to help you so much, you know, to break through. But also that idea, it's like gonna make you aware of the certain sadness and the trouble and the restraint that was caused by others in your life. And it's actually going to surprise you how you're gonna feel, because suddenly you're gonna kind of recognize the achievement out of all this. And that is something that you're gonna find rather rewarding, because it's going to highlight exact path that you should be on when it comes to your devotion. So in between the 17th, 18th, 19th of May until the end of that month, it's all about your own devotion. You're going to feel very strongly about your future planning, and also most importantly, you will know exactly like what services and what more do you need to do and kind of offer towards a specific goal when it comes to your energy and when it comes to the next step. But you will understand that you need to be sharp and you need to be quick, because it's also going to be connected to you on the 17th of May, revisiting old plans. Okay, so it's all about taking the next steps, you know, by revisiting old plans, but also it's going to boil down towards the bold and ambitious choices. This in itself is pretty much so going to be connected to partnering with other peoples who share your dreams, but at the same time, you know, this is all about you expanding your plans and continuing to move forward. Very important indeed. This is to do with you, who you are, and it's to do with your passion and following things through and taking them on the next level. The last part of May, the last date, is going to be on the 31st of May. Now, the 31st of May, this is when that big, massive, enormous change when it comes to your home, immediate environment, it's going to become absolutely obvious. The 31st of May, it's all going to be about that change, about a big, massive change. Just remember what I mentioned before. It's all about a huge, massive change. Like one of the bigger lifestyle changes that we can actually make when it comes to like us, like focusing on our immediate environment and everything else. My God, this is going to be so big. But at the same time, you know, it's all about your own happiness, joy and pleasure and peace and contentment and the healing energy that you're going to to have, and the support from very important people in your life, it's also going to mean to you so much. It's about you really feeling that change, knowing that change, loving that change, but also the fact that you're going to be supported by so many people in your life that mean to you so much. This is going to be big, mama. Hello, my gorgeous Virgolini. This is going to mean to you so much, So, and it's all about, the 31st of May in itself. It's like absolutely mind-blowing day because it's about the new plan. Now, this is a huge plan. Huge plan is coming in on the 31st of May. By the end of that day, there is going to be a huge new plan that you are going to have with all these things that you attempted before. Just remember, you were affected in August and September 2021, and this is when there was this blockage of this sticky energy that was like affecting you. So now, this is to the 31st of May. It's pretty much so the direct answer to this, because it's a very strong new plan that you are going to have with a part of your life that you kind of attempted before, and this is where you got stopped. This is where you got stuck because the things kind of unfolded in a very unusual, dark and negative way, low vibrational negative way. So you had to work a bit of a karma on there, okay? So now this is coming up really nicely in terms of unfoldment. When it comes to new plan, an important plan is going to happen on the 31st of May, and it's all about the hope and confidence that you are going to have. There are going to be some uncertain efforts, but you're going to be sailing through like there is no tomorrow. What you're going to do is going to bring you success. That plan on the 31st of May, I hope you're listening to me, my gorgeous Virgolinis. This is important. That plan on the 31st of May that you're going to be thinking about, you're going to be focusing on, you're going to be dreaming about, this is going to be the part of your energy that is going to be impossible to ignore. It's going to bring you success, material attainment. It's going to put your life on an advanced stage. It's going to reflect on your health. It's going to be the highly victorious moment in time. There's so many difficulties that are going to come to an end in terms of stability, and a very big wish it's about to come through. Oh my Lord, my gorgeous Virgolinis, this is the time of transformation, and you deserve this. You're gonna feel like you want to clear away the old in order to make the way for the new. So it's all about the alteration, a change, and following your creativity, following your free will, following your willpower, following your spontaneity. The more spontaneous you are, the more you're gonna get out of it, my gorgeous Virgolinis. This is so important. I can't stress enough. Your life is about to change. Make the most of it. So now, my gorgeous Virgolini, I'm going to see what is going to be the first part of May, just briefly, the mid part of May, and the last part of May. So the first part of May, oh Lord, there are certain situations and topics that you're going to come across that they're going to make your heart flutter. Okay, so that in itself, it's really going to start, it's going to make you realize like you are about to fall in love with life again. I like it so much, and you will see exactly what I mean. The mid part of May, it's all about, there is someone very interesting here, somebody very trustworthy, somebody very honorable, somebody very devoted, somebody who you can completely trust. It's going to make you aware that a certain situation is safe, and that for you, it's going to mean absolutely everything. The last part of May, it's all about these absolutely mind-blowing, brilliant ideas that you're going to have, but you need to remember that they're going to need a bit of refinement. You are about to overcome obstacles, and you're also going to need to understand that you're going to overcome obstacles with faith that everything is going to work out. Okay, communicate clearly, and it's also important to remain objective. So now, my gorgeous Virgolini, for those of you in relationship, like, wow, the whole new balance, it's about to come through, the whole new energy, it's about to come forward. You are about to have one of the most powerful months you ever had, because there were certain plans on hold, and now these plans are finally going to start to flourish. I really like this so much, because it's all about the balanced force, harmony. It's all about this absolutely absolutely fantastic energy that is coming through to rejuvenate you both, but also at the same time you need to remember that tact is necessary to maintain pace, and it's also as important to stay committed to the task at hand. Okay, it's a lot about you realizing exactly what personal efforts do you need to make, and you will be loving this, you will be enjoying this, because it's also going to bring so much optimism and excitement into your lives. For those of you who are single and ready to mingy, my gorgeous Virgolinis, this is not going to be the time when you're going to meet the love of your life for sure, but there is something very specific that you're going to learn, because I can see that you're kind of going to be fancying someone, you're going to be liking someone so much when it comes to the month of May, and I think that you came across that person like a before the actual May 2022. So this person is somehow going to bounce back in May, and then you're still going to be looking at that person, and then suddenly you're going to realize something that you absolutely don't like. Something is going to put you so much about this person. So it's someone who you fancied, but then at the same time you're going to realize like, no baby, no. For some reason, not only you're going to realize that you don't like this person, there is something that they will do, the way they're going to act is just going to really put you off, and it's almost even more, it's going to make you realize that real person behind wasn't who they claim that they are. And there is something that you're going to find about them, because the mask is going to fall, and it's all about deception, obscurity, and real dishonesty. And I don't like this, because you're almost going to find something dangerous about it. I'm saying that this is so important because karmically this needed to happen. Karmically you need to break through. Karmically you need to go over, because what's going to happen this month, when you realize who this is, you are going to elevate on the whole next level. So the next person that is about to walk into your life, which is going to happen at around July 2022, I can see someone very strongly coming into your life then that person is going to be completely different to this particular person. This particular person that I'm talking about here, it's going to help you to grow spiritually, to grow so much, and it's needed, it's necessary, because it's going to help you realize how much you've changed, and that in itself, it's also going to bring a different people into your life. Okay, my gorgeous Virgolinis, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I love every single one of you. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light. So I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you, my gorgeous Virgolinis. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.